Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be showing you how to play and dominate with Brand mid. The main thing is picking it versus a mid laner you outrange. The main thing we need to look for is getting ganked by the jungler, since Brand doesn't have any real escape tool. Once you are level 6, you can play up really far since you'll have your R and you can kind of 1v2 at that point. But pre-6, you need to watch your spacing and pay attention to where the jungler is. Lee Sin's probably going to start on his red buff since it's a bit of a red buff champion. He can't do much ganking out of blue side. We'll pay attention to the side lanes. But yeah, he should gank off a red side. I'll get my word down over there. Looks like Nunu actually did that for me there. That was really good back on his part. Nunu's going to start red. You don't really want to gank for Brand level 1. Brand level 1's pretty trash because he doesn't have a stun yet. Against 𝐒𝐿, we'll see how he's playing, but normally against melee champs, you just start E. Against things that have the same range as you, a lot of times they'll just start W. We want to pretty much attack him every single time our Scorch and mana flows up. That's the plan. So just walk up, hit him with an E. It's going to give us a little bit of lane prile. We don't want to stand on top of our minions because then he'll hit them and us for free with the same ability. Like he did there, kind of. We're going to auto-attack him, hit him with another E. We're going to miss one minion there, not the end of the world. I'm going to keep a few autos on him. His Q's on a cooldown. He does have Corruption Potion, so we may have to focus more on CSing than trying to poke him. Trying to poke him is going to be a hassle. We're going to get our Q level 2. If you don't have your stun, then they can just force all-ins on you. Things can get weird. But if you are playing against a ranged champ, you're going to want to get your W before level 3. I guess both like level 1 or level 2 essentially. Just don't, yep, just like that. He comes in to trade. We're going to hit him with some autos. We're only tanking 2 melee minions. Melee minions do a lot less damage than ranged minions, so that's actually a good trade for us. We're going to get our ward down. When you go in for the ward, preferably lay it from the back end of the wall, because if you just walk at the bush, if they're already there, you're going to get yourself killed. So that was actually a really greedy ward on my part. I'm going to wait for this minion. Oh, here comes 𝐒𝐿. We're going to use a potion. I actually wanted to jump on us. He's dead. He just killed himself. The Brand stun, you only use it once they've used their gap closer. If they still have their gap closer up, then you want to just auto and hit him with your E. You typically don't want a W until they've used their gap closer either. Yeah, he's dead too. He just killed himself. I used my Q early, but I was behind my minions to where he couldn't get to me. That was a really greedy gank. That's a classic example of your laner messes up, and then you feel like you need to make up for their mistake, but Lee Sin should have been farming up or focusing on a lane he could impact safely. First item we're going to go against 𝐒𝐿, I'd say Luden's Tempest, honestly. Brand you can easily get away with going Liandry's, but their team in general is really squishy, and Liandry's has been nerfed, so the Luden's Tempest movement speed is going to give us a lot of artificial tankiness, similar to an Udyr who's very fast, so we're going to be better off through that way. Do I have a wave management video? Not really. I just try to explain it per champion. Wave management is just minimizing risk while maximizing reward. Mainly minimizing risk though, because dying puts you so far behind. Now that we have him on the ropes, he's playing fairly passively, so we can hit him with more abilities. He can't threaten an all-in on us since we have double buffs. Even if I miss an ability, if he goes in on us, he'll lose the trade. I'm going to try to keep him off of this cannon minion. You really wanted that. We got more autos on him. Red buff's going to heal us even though we're taking damage from these minions, so it's not too bad. I'm going to clear this. I don't know why the cannon minion just tried to suicide itself into the turret. You're going to go for W max first, what gives you the most damage per level. I would like to push this guy off the waves. I don't really know where the Lee Sin is though, so we're going to have to chill. We can't go in too deep. Hit him with an E, hit him with an auto attack. That's going to be your main trade tool against melee champs. My E burn had worn off, so he didn't get stunned there unfortunately, but we still landed our Q, and our red buff's going to be healing us when we're out of combat with him, so what he needs to be doing is just try to avoid trades and just farm. But now that he's losing so much HP, he's going to put himself to where he won't be able to step up. Because now I can just zone him off because I have the HP advantage. Our Ravenous Hunter, I could use that here to heal. Since he has minion advantage, I can just hold the wave. He's going to kill himself if he does that. Yep, almost had him. I took a turret shot for no reason there. I could still hold the wave here in Purgatory since I have my potion, so I'll just go ahead and do that. He's a lot lower than I am. My Dark Harvest is about to come up. Ooh, Lee Sin. I'm gonna hold on to my Q. If you don't need to throw it out, then don't, because you have to stand still to throw it, and if they juke it, then they'll catch back up to you. I have my R now. We're pretty safe. I don't want to... I just want to thin this wave out. It's a really big tsunami, so if we can thin this out, we can pretty much back for free. This wave's still pushing towards me. Echo may get here before me, which is fine. I just want to make sure I have my wave in a good spot for me. Alright, we can't really afford anything else, so we'll just pick up a refill and a pink ward. You don't have to get to your first item that fast on Bran. It's fine, especially against Echo and Lee Sin, who both have heavy skill shots that will kill you if they land them. It's better to have an early pair of boots on your first or second back. Demonic Embrace and Liandry's Anguish on Bran you're going to be doing against tanky mid laners like Galio, or if they have a tanky jungler. Their team's fairly squishy though, so that's why we didn't go for Liandry's. We can still get Demonic since it's a Garen, and I guess it's essentially just a Garen who's the tank here. Oh, I think I messed that up. I used my abilities in a weird order there. Once you have your pink ward down, you're going to try to play towards it. We're level up on him. You can't do anything here. We're just going to drop our R on him, stand on top of him, and let it bounce. And I guess I should have ignited there. I thought I had him. I didn't think I needed to burn ignite, but I was kind of greedy not to use it. That corruption potion healing is kind of insane. It's okay to use abilities on cannon minions. Still going to try to play towards our pink ward. Lee Sin blue coming up will probably be on our right side. He's only level 5. I want him to take that. He's dead if he takes it. Notice how we moved in between throwing our Q there. We hit him with E. He landed on us, and then we moved. Bran's Q hitbox comes out not from the center of his body, but from his hands. So if you pay attention to it... Hold on, I'll show you in a second. So look out where my hands are. That's where it comes out from. So if someone's on top of you, you want to take a step back before you Q. Otherwise, you can actually throw your Q past them, even if they're like right on top of you. So do keep that in mind when people are up close. A lot of times you'll like E, then move back, then Q, just like that. Otherwise, you'll miss it on them. Things that have hard dashes like Lee Sin, you'll see that a lot. It's not that uncommon. Lee Sin's going to go to his blue, but I think we can kill him there. Lee Sin's just still over ganking since we have constant mid pressure. He's going to keep coming back over and over and over. I'll ping this out. I want to get a ward in the bush so he can't see. Oh, yeah, so he's here, he's here. We're going to go ahead and go for our Emax second. Oh, this guy's dead. Nice. Do you see how to make that play? I couldn't have really done it without Nunu. When I ping Nunu to come, your teammates won't always come because they may not believe in you, but it's worth pinging just in case. And now, like the Nunu, like obviously he trusts me, but in your games, whenever you make a good call, your teammates will start to trust you more and more, and you can make better and better plays with them. That was unfortunate. There's a little bit of an overplay there, but it's a good... You have to limit test sometimes to figure out what you can and can't do. The Echo, once he has his R, is basically impossible to dive. If I landed my stun, but with how far back Echo was and the travel time of my Q, it's kind of tough. It's hard to make that happen. I landed the stun, step back, stay on with my autos. I'm going to still play towards my pink ward. When in doubt and I don't know where to move after a trade, I'm going to move towards it, since that's where the only place I have vision of. I'm not going to move towards a bush that I have no idea what's happening, because I miss all the minions. We still have blue buff though, so we can stay. I'll stay and get one turret play. I'll let the minions finish it off, do my dirty work, and we'll reset. Lee Sin's up top. He's so behind that going in for these ganks, especially when his laners are low, generally isn't good. The farther and farther you fall behind as a jungler, your gank opportunities become less and less, and you have to really look for when it makes sense. It looks like it actually did turn out. Hopefully Nunu gets out of there. Yeah, he's just going to have to run. Hourglass is a good item whenever they're super melee heavy. Like Lee Sin has the dash, Echo has his dash. Once they all, like, their mid dash on me, I can just Hourglass. They have a lot of key abilities.
Yes.
You don't generally want to rush it first item though.
Easily best league content creator there is.
Yo, 𝐒𝐻𝐂𝐋𝐒, thank you for the kind words, man, and thank you for the 5 months. So my mid laner's roaming, good pings by my teammates. They actually pinged it before I did. Good stuff. Hopefully they don't die. Since I'm a slow champion and I don't have tier 2 boots, I don't really want to follow that. Instead, I'll take turret plates for free. The extra plus side of this, since Lee Sin's behind, even if Lee Sin comes, I can crush him in a 1v1. So there's a lot more positives than negatives for me to stay here. Now, if I thought they were going to try to dive under turret, like with Lee Sin, I would have gone. But I didn't think Echo could have pulled off a successful dive like that without Lee Sin. We're just going to keep taking his plates. Echo doesn't have R, I don't think. Not sure where Lee Sin is. He's probably over there. Since my pink ward doesn't have vision of him. We'll block Echo off right here. Lined him up with the wall. I'm not even going to ignite him. I'm just going to let him die naturally. Gonna R the Lee Sin. Stun him. Oh, that's a big nut. That was, whoa, well played. That was insane. Nice, nice, nice. Good stuff. We're starting to get the damage that we need. You can kind of think of Bran almost like a control mage. His abilities take up a lot of space, similar to an Orianna. The main difference is he doesn't have the shield, so having a hyper carry on your team doesn't necessarily mean anything for a Bran like it does for an Orianna. He's mainly a control mage that shreds tanks. So the fact that they only have gear in this game, this wasn't necessarily an optimal game to pick Bran. The only thing we really had going for our win condition was the fact that we're playing against a melee mid laner, which is good for us. We will be going for a Demonic's Embrace though because of the Garen. He has fairly high CS, and once he has one MR item, we'll have trouble chunking through him. We already have the Luden's Tempest, so getting some HP from here and then into Hourglass is fine. Then we can get Void Staff, that type of stuff. Echo's roaming again. He's just trying to find value. Nunu needs to rotate. They're going to get Dove here in a second. And you may say, well, why aren't you rotating? Once again, I'm not a particularly fast champion. Plus, they rotated without even shoving mid lane to where they're giving up turret plates. Now, honestly, I think they would have died even if I did rotate because it would have taken me so long. So I'm getting guaranteed value versus me getting to here and then my teammate's already dying. Bran trying to chase people down is generally bad because, like we said, you don't have any gap closer. You really want people to come to you. Got him. I put my W on me to where even if he autoed me, it would hit him. My W was slightly on top of myself, so even if he flashed forward. Basically, if he took anything offensive there, it was going to land. Oh, he's a goner. She gone. Oh, man. Yeah, juke that out. I don't think he has flash since he's been diving my teammate so much. That's fine. We'll make it work. Having the speed up from Luden's Tempest is pretty big for landing your abilities on fleeing targets. When people are playing aggressive on you, it helps you get away. Yeah, you can hold off on updating the OPGG. I play on so many different accounts that updating the OPGG does very little. I need the back here. We're too low. I'll just help him take it. I don't need it. I was just going to help him take it. Oh, that's funny. Because if I'm going to back anyways, I might as well throw out an ability. There's no reason not to. Takes just 1 second. Alright, next item, we're going to get that Demonic's Embrace, a little bit of HP. If you don't want to build any, like if they were full squishy, like let's say it was a Zed top, instead of Demonic's Embrace, since they wouldn't have a tank at that point, I would have just gone for like Hourglass, because Hourglass is better versus Assassins. Demonic's Embrace is better versus the tanks. They don't have any real Assassins. Echo's their only Assassin and he's behind, so there was really no rush for Hourglass this particular game. Morello, not that important. They don't have that much healing either. So at this point, it's pretty much just Rylai's Void Staff and a Rabadon would round off our build quite nicely. Quite nicely indeed. Dark Seal would have been good this game as well since we're ahead. Generally, you don't build it on Bran. Since he doesn't have any escapes, it's very easy for you to lose your stacks. But if you are ahead as we are, then you can get high value out of it.
Stream and YouTube are insanely helpful. Keep making the good content.
Yo. Censor Senna. Thank you for the 3 months and thank you for the kind words, man. Really appreciate that. We have our R up here. They can't step forward. My W takes up so much space, especially with immobile champions. It cuts away a lot of their options. I'm going to W for the heal on the wave. We have our Ravenous Hunter, so our abilities are healing us a solid amount. We have 4 stacks at this point. I want to queue the big one. Get that 3 stack. Good stuff. We'll go play around our top side. I don't know what's in there, so I'm going to have to walk the long way around. The long way around. You can throw out max range Qs if you have full mana and you're trying to push people off of something. They generally won't land since they're so easy to dodge though. Censor Senna. Oh, I see now. I was in a hurry on that one. Thank you for the sub, Censor Senna. We have our ultimate up. We can make a big play. You tend to want to stand behind a teammate though. Let them get CC'd for you like that. I missed my R on him. I don't really want to R him at this point because he's so low. We can just kill him together. I missed my W. Drop my R on those goons. That's going to kill them both. They flashed together. Like, what? They both flashed at the same time. Oh, wait. Why couldn't I get in his mouth? That sucks. I was trying to get in Tahm Kench's mouth, but I couldn't get in there. That's just so tasty when you see you R somebody and they both panic and flash in the same direction. Neither person wants to bite the bullet there. That's good for us though. If you are playing against, there's really no tanky mid laners. That's the thing on Bran mid. I would almost never recommend Liandry's. The only time I would go Liandry's on Bran mid is if their team has 2 or more huge tanks in general. Because it just doesn't give much value against squishy mid laners. The Luden's Tempest speed up is just a lot better, especially with your E. Being able to just press E on something automatically, like that. Oh, she flashed. That rats. Have I heard the song Trap Anthem? I haven't. I'm surprised they haven't FF'd, honestly. I don't think they can come back with their comp. Versus ours, we have 2 mega tanks. They have 1 bruiser tank. We have a really fed control mage, Bran. I mean, there's a lot of games where you keep playing it because you know you outscale, but they don't outscale us. We got a Dark Harvest stack off of her clone. That's kind of funny. We're at 20 Dark Harvest stacks. It's a lot. At this point, when you're ahead and they won't give up, you just need to constantly take dragons and herald right when they spawn. It's the only way to end the game. Otherwise, you just end up diving them because you get bored, and then they get your 700 shutdown gold, and then they win the game. So, as long as we avoid that, then we're good to go. Lighten the river on fire, ladies and gentlemen. They're just waiting on dragon. They're not pushing out the waves because they don't want to die, so it's just a waiting man's game. Got her. My R's ready as well. Drop a fat R on them. Echo bounced it back on the Garen. What a legend. Oh, I didn't land it. Garen ran the other way. We can still get both dragon and turret. It's pretty good. Yeah, he's a goner. Hold him still, boys! That Dark Harvest, man. I got 3 Dark Harvest stacks out of that. With Bran's E splashing automatically, they buffed his E to where even if you don't have your passive pre-proc, it splashes. So, in teamfights, getting a 3 or more Dark Harvest stacks is fairly easy for Bran to do now. I kind of killed Nunu by not autoing the turret there. That's my bad. Oh, he threw her away from me. I still got an assist off my Luden's Tempest though because it hit a minion. That's cool. I also got a Dark Harvest stack off the Luden's Tempest bounce. We need to get out of here though. We're out of mana. Ooh. Get me out. Low mana Brand's pretty damn useless. His autos do nothing. And if you don't have enough mana for 3 abilities, you can't even use his passive, so let's get out of here. I guess you're R, technically. You can just solo R, potentially. Stop hacking? I wish. Someone's got to hook me up with the hacks. Against their team, since our front line's so much bigger, we don't even need an Hourglass at this point. What we want is more damage, which Void Staff or Rabadon would do that. We don't have enough for Rabadon, though, so we'll just go for Void Staff, and then we'll pick up a heal cut item, because we can't afford any of our Rabadon. If they have a lot of healing like Soraka, after your first item, you're really going to want to get an Oblivion Orb for the heal cut. Super, super strong. This game, their only real heals is Lifesteal, and that's about it. It's still nice for Brand to get it, though, since he can easily apply heal cut to all 5. Oh, I missed. I didn't pinch off my R either. I'll just drop it on her. Stun him out. Ooh, come on, baby. Either is fine. Probably, if I'm full HP, just throw them towards me. Majai's would have been good this game, but in general, you guys shouldn't be building that on Brand. And that's how you play Brand mid lane. If you guys enjoyed this Brand mid commentary guide, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and come chat and chill live on stream.